apocalyptic show that aims to capture both the beauty of nature and the filthiness of human deterioration. Furthermore, The Walking Dead's action was never the major attraction, even though it still plays a significant role that all the other TWD series, including, controversially, The Ones Who Live, needed since Season 3, Episode 4, La Justicia Fronteriza, features the battle for Solaz out of order. Additionally, it occupies the most of the show, but that doesn't mean there aren't any more, as the Night's Watch are attacked by the wildlings. Though many of the aspects are identical, Daryl Dixon's combat scene, and I must admit that I truly like it when a group leader gets their hands dirty for a change. He also has a limp. Feed is a badass, but he may or may not be totally reliable. The silence is short-lived as the sun sets and the sky grows dark. Obtain such equipment that this is possible. Since going too close would result in burns, the burning walkers increase the challenge of killing them. Additionally, the Primitivos begin tossing furniture and other random items into a bonfire, which seems completely unnecessary and inconvenient, but what do I know about war? However, Solaz del Mar eliminates every Primitivo in the early 1900s. He simply acknowledges that he is aware of their arrangement with El Alcazar, which isn't much assistance. Roberto of TWD talks the talk and does the walk. Someone who put his life in danger by repeatedly removing his niece's name from the ofrenda, Feed also appears remarkably composed. This scenario seems suspicious given here. Roberto doubts Feed's partnership with El Alcazar in an open manner after the battle against the Primitivos as intended, and that the survivor's future is going to get more messy. Roberto is beating on Feed's door and demanding that Justina not volunteer for El Alcazar as the Sunday episode begins, and Daryl is seeing flashbacks to his own early years, fleeing from screaming individuals in a trailer park. "It's not our fight," he says, urging Carol to keep out of it. Yet, Roberto holds Daryl accountable for the entire situation, saying, "You are the reason we returned. And she's gone now. Well, kid, he's also the reason you're still alive, but we won't dispute." Roberto no longer wants Daryl to install the rudder they discovered on his boat. "To accompany them, I am unable to survive without her." Roberto confronts his father Antonio about keeping him and Justina apart while Daryl and Carol mend the boat. When Antonio cautions his son about the dangers of America, Roberto responds, "So I should be stuck here like you?" Ah. Daryl encourages Carol to stop berating herself over Justina's departure, saying, "We're always fighting everybody's fight. We must occasionally stand up for ourselves." Daryl learns how to tie nautical knots from a man named Cooper, and the boat's captain, Valentina, believes Daryl and Carol should bring him along. She also believes that Daryl is Carol's boyfriend, and she finds it hard to accept that he isn't. You've never. However, things take a depressing turn when a group of bandits in masks and animal pelts rush towards the boat and start shooting, striking Cooper in the chest with an arrow. Cooper becomes a walker, prompting Daryl to shoot him in the head before he and Carol are able to kill the evil people. Nor are the masked raiders finished yet. They use a truck to blast through the front gate and pour inside the community.